Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today we'll be drawing the Cloudjumper from How to Train Your Dragon. Let's get started in the center of our page with the ridge of the nose. So I'm going to start right in the middle here. I'm going to start with a point. From this point I want to draw two straight lines going up and out. Starting on the left, and then we'll go over towards the right. From here I want to curve up and towards the middle. So up in the center here. Starting on the left, I'm just going to curve it up and in. And we'll come down on the right side. Now I'm going to layer some spikes in behind here. So I'm going to step up to the top right here, draw a point. Now I'm going to curve around and then down towards the left side. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Let's go up and do one more time. So stepping up here, draw a point, curve out towards the left and then in. And we'll do the same on the right. Now let's move down to these points here and just draw the edge of the headpiece. So from the left side I want to curve up and then just flatten it out on the end. I'm going to go across and up, and as we get to the end we're just going to flatten it out, just curving in the opposite direction. Let's do the same thing on the right. So starting on the point, curve up, now we're going to flatten it out at the top. Now from the ends I just want to curve up and then down in behind the center spike. Starting on the left, curve slightly up, and we're just going to tuck that in behind that top spike. Let's do the same thing on the right. We're going to tuck some spines in behind this headpiece. So on the left side here, right from this point, I just want to curve up towards the left, and we'll do the same thing on the right. So we're just matching up what we have on the left with the right side. Now from the top, I just want to taper down. Now we're not going to go all the way down, we're just going to come down to right about there. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to curve out in the opposite direction. Out towards the left, and then towards the right. Again, we're just going to taper this back in. And then we'll do one more spine going out. So going out further towards the left, and the right. And now we just want to tuck this in behind the headpiece. Starting on the tip, we'll just curve it down and in. Now let's move down here and tuck the eyes in underneath the headpiece. So we're going to draw a half oval just on the left side here. So from this point, we're going to curve down towards the bottom of the eye, and we'll just pull that back up. We'll do the same thing on the right, curving down to the bottom of the eye, and then we'll pull that up. Now we're going to tuck the pupils on the inside. So we're going to leave a little space on the left, so we're going to step in, curve down to the bottom, and then just pull it in. Do the same thing on the right side. We're going to add a little highlight on the left corner. So up here, draw a little circle, and we'll do the same thing on the right side. Now we can go in and fill the pupil in black. On the inside edge of the eye, I want to add a little bit of an eye bag. So starting on the inside corner, I'm just going to curve down and then out. On both sides. Now let's move down and draw the mouth tucked in behind this little point here. So we're going to start just below the left eye. We're going to curve up and in behind that point, and we'll curve down on the right side. Now the ends of the mouth are going to merge in towards the spines on the side of the head. So let's start on the left side here. We're going to curve up and then just pull it down towards the left. Let's do the same thing on the right. So going up, rounding it out, and then just pulling it down towards the right. Now we just want to pull this up, aiming towards the eye. We're going to taper this line, going up and in. Now I'm going to tuck another spine in behind here. So halfway along this curve, I'm going to curve out a little bit longer, and then again tapering in towards the eye, to right about there. Let's do the same thing on the right. So halfway down this line, curve out, and we'll pull that in, aiming towards the eye. Let's add one more. So halfway along this curve again, we're just going to curve out towards the left. Now I'm going to pull this in towards the top corner of the eye. We'll do the same thing on the right. Halfway down the curve, go out. Now from the eye, from the top corner, we're going to curve out and then taper down towards the point. And then in this empty space here, we're going to add one more spine going up. So up on the left side, just underneath the headpiece, we'll curve down and up. We're going to hook that back in behind the side of the cheek spines. In. Along the top of the mouth, we're going to add a couple fangs. So on the left corner here, we're going to go up with a straight line and then angle down in behind the mouth. And do the same thing on the right side. And then on the inside, we'll add two smaller fangs. So going up and in. Let's move down and draw in the lower part of the chin. So at the top curve of the spines, we're going to curve down toward the chin and just leave a little gap in the center. So at the top of this curve, come down and in, and just pull it into right about there. We're going to leave a gap in the center and do the same thing on the right side. Curving down and then in. We're going to work our way down the sides of the body. So we're going to step over, go straight down, and then just pull it out towards the left. Do the same thing on the right, coming down and then pulling it out towards the right. Now we're going to tuck the thighs in behind the neck. So from this point, we want to step up here, curve out, and then we'll just pull it in. We're going to line up the top, curving out, and just pulling that in. Now in the middle here, I want to draw a little half circle for the belly. So from this point, we're going to step up, curve down in the middle, and then up on the right side. Now from here, we're going to tuck in the feet underneath the belly. So on the left side, we're just going to curve down and out, and do the same thing on the right. We'll start stacking the claws out towards the sides. So from this point, we're going to curve up, so tapering it upwards. Halfway along that line, we're going to curve it down and out. We're going to pull that up again, so tapering that line, going up. Halfway along this curve, we're going to go out towards the left and tuck this in behind the thigh. Let's do the same thing on the right side. From the tip, we'll curve up. Halfway down, curve up towards the right, and then pull that back up. Again, halfway down this line, we'll curve out towards the last toe, and we'll curve up and then in behind the thigh. We're going to go in and just separate the claws. So on the left side here, we're just going to draw a little curve. We're going to do this to all the toes. Go to the right side and do the same thing. I'm going to add a little trim in the center of the body. So from the corner of the neck, we're going to step in, we curve down and out, just following the same line, and then we'll pull that in towards the bottom. We'll do the same thing on the right. So following alongside the neck, going out, and then near the bottom, we'll just pull it down and then in. I want to add a few little wrinkles along the neck here. So from left to right, just draw one curve. We'll step down, do that again. We'll draw one shorter one just down here. Now the Cloudjumper has two sets of wings. So we're going to draw the front set first. From the top of the thigh here, I want to curve up and out towards the left. We'll do the same thing on the right. And we're going to draw the little claw at the end of the wing. So from this point, I want to hook it up and in. Now from the tip, I just want to curve down and then pull it back on the inside of the socket. Curving around and then back up. Do the same thing on the right. So hooking it in, and then from the tip, we're just going to curve out and down and then just round it out. Let's go ahead and draw on the sides of the wing. So at the side of this spike, I'm going to curve down and out. Now we're going to follow this back for the ridge of the wing. From the tip, I'm just going to curve it up, so tapering up, aiming towards that little claw, and we're going to curve in behind the body. We'll do the same thing on the right. We're going to add a few little bones to the wing. From this point here, I'm going to curve down and then in. From the top again, we're just going to curve in towards the thigh. That same length curve. Do the same thing on the right, so curving down. Back at the top, we'll just curve it in towards the thigh. Now I want to connect these points with a series of curves. Starting from the outside, go up and then down. Connect the center ones. And then from here, I just want to pull this in behind the thigh. Do the same thing on the right. From here, we're going to curve down. Connect these 2 points with another curve. And then these 2 points with a curve going up and then down. Let's draw another set of wings in behind here. So from this point, at the starting point of the wing, we're going to step up. I'm going to curve up towards the tip of the wing. Do the same thing on the right. Now I'm going to draw that same hook. So So we're going to curve in towards the head. From that point, I'm going to curve around and then pull that in towards the inner point of the socket. We'll do the same thing on the right. Curving in, curve this around, and then back up. From the side of that claw, we're going to curve out towards the side end of the wing. And then again, we're going to draw the ridge of the wing going back from the tip, curve up, and then follow this all the way down behind the body. Now we're going to add a couple bones in the wing. So from this point, I'm just going to curve it down. Now and we're going to draw a second one coming inwards. Coming in. Do the same thing on the right. Now you're not going to see the bottom of the wing and back here, but from the tip, we're just going to curve in behind the front wing. And then the final thing I want to do is add the tail coming out towards the left. So let's start at the bottom of the body. We're going to step out towards this foot. Now this is where the base of the tail is going to start. Curving out and then up. I'm going to taper that back in behind the leg. It gets wider as we come back in. We're going to add a little fin to the tip of the tail. So coming down the tail down here, draw one angled line going up, and then one angled line coming down the opposite direction. We're going to step down, and then I'm going to curve the bottom. And then from the top, we'll curve it up. Now I'm going to connect that tip of the tail to these points with a curve. And now we're going to connect these 2 points with another curve. Then along the top. And then at the base, top of the tail here, we're going to add a couple bumps. One on the inside, and then one on the out. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's the Cloudjumper from How to Train Your Dragon. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send us your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.